Hi there, welcome back. How's it going? How are you? Hope you guys are fine. A lot's happening right now, but hope your day's been great. So, glad to see you again. Now, back to this. Remember the last time we talked? We talked about define, right? That's the second stage of the design thinking process. Now, right now we are moving towards ideation. Now, ideate is a very important part of the design thinking process. It's very important. All five stages are very important, but ideate has to be existing. So now we're going to move forward from define mode to ideate. Now, from the last actionable problem statement that you had, you need to this time take out a blank paper, and if you've got some blank paper with you right now, do that. Take out a blank paper right now. Take a little pencil, okay, little pencil, a pen or a marker or something. Just start scribbling some ideas. Start brainstorming. You know what brainstorming is? I'll show you what brainstorming is. Right, this is what brainstorming is all about. No, not this blank canvas. Now, brainstorming is really about ideate. So it's to brainstorm. Now, to brainstorm, you're going to have to, this time, this is my favorite part of the design thinking process. It's really like writing the actionable problem statement right dead center or something. Oh, you know what did I do? Let me just get rid of that. Okay, so you write the actionable problem statement like right in the center here. Okay, the actionable problem statement that you probably have written on that blank piece of paper. Okay, so what do you know? Hang on. Okay, sorry, it wasn't showing just now, but now it's showing. Okay, so now this is the thing that's happening. So you have this actionable problem statement that you wrote. So next thing you do is make branches and say what possible ideas. Idea 1 over here. Now, idea 1, you probably can write it down, like write it down here, or you could sketch it. Maybe sketching is fun. If some of you like to doodle or sketch it or something, then doodle it. So this could be sketch number 1, sketch number 2. It could look like a cone or something. Sketch number 3, it could be little this attached to this thing that you did earlier, and so on and so forth. So you can have as many sketches as you want, but categorize under idea 1. And then you can branch out some more and go to idea 2. Idea 2, you could again write things down. You could sketch different ideas this time. Okay, so you could have lots of other sketches in there, or doodlings, or you could even write stuff. I love this because I like the fact that some students, I noticed, they love to enjoy them. They just really enjoy like drawing and doodling and being really free about ideation. The beautiful thing about ideation is there's no limit. There's just no restriction, and that's what I'm giving you the green light to do. No restriction whatsoever. So just do not restrict yourself to do any kind of ideas. Idea 3, okay. Then you got idea 4. Then you got idea 5. and it depends on how big your sheet of paper is. If the bigger your sheet of paper is, the better. Now, if you got an iPad, if you want to do stuff like this, go for it. Yeah, everything's gonna be in your e-portfolio. Is all based on the Google site. Now, you've seen my Google site tutorial. Hope you understand and start practicing and start working on it. You could just sketch on your iPad or sketch on your tablet or sketch on a real piece of paper or something. Take a snapshot of that and upload that picture into your Google Drive, and then just when you do your Google site thing, you can just put it in the well, join me for the tutorials. I can show you how it's done. No issues. Okay, so you got all these different ideas, but you're gonna have to make sure that these ideas align to the actionable problem statement. So basically, ideation is really fun to do, and just start practicing right now. Start brainstorming about something very simple. I'll give you a little challenge. All right, just for fun's sake. 10 ways to use a chocolate. 10 ways to use a chocolate. Can you find 10 ways to use a chocolate? I bet you can, right? Okay, moving on. So, back to the slide. So now how do you go about ideating further? So basically, it's really about generating ideas. There's no correct or wrong ideas during the time when you're doing this ideation section, because when based on the actionable problem statement, you need to find ideas and solutions. These ideas that you're finding is actually about solutions. What kind of things that can solve that? How do you solve that for this person? The actionable problem statement is the clear description or some kind of objective of where your ideas are going to head towards. So it can provide ideas provide all kinds of information, okay, like materials or what you need to do. So when you come up with ideas, like for example, if you come up with ideas, images or sketch or written list things, you might probably be listing or illustrating things that gives hints to what kind of material, what kind of things that you might want to use, or or what material could kind of like represent the real thing, and so on and so forth. I'll explain more during the tutorials, during the lecture recap discussion, and my colleague Sarah, she will actually explain some things to you too, right? She will also guide you through during the ideation part. Now, why ideate? To transition from identifying problems to creating solutions. Now, there you go. That's basically it, right? Just go wide and explore as much ideas as you can. Now, there are many techniques to doing it. Like I said, you have a large piece of paper, brainstorm, you can map out your ideas, you can sketch, you can do tons of things. Now, there's no limit to what you can do. What you're looking at in this slide are just examples of what's popularly done. If you're in a group of people or in a large team, then you can do it. But if you're doing it alone, you can do it any way you like. You can choose to do things like this. Some individuals like to ideate using to put it on a wall and things like that. Use post-it notes like this, kind of like that. Oops, doesn't work with my face. It's kind of oily. Okay, so it's kind of like that. Yeah. So, but some people just like draw, sketch, write. Just follow what you love. Now, a lot of people do it their way. There's just no limit to how you can illustrate or sort of depict or show us the idea. The important catchphrase, the catchy word here, the key word here is really about showing us, show and tell. But in this case, all these ideas need to be in your Google site, your e-portfolio. Yeah, you create pages for that, or you could put some of these ideas, a snapshot of these ideas in your assignment 1 thing, but I'll describe that during our lecture session. Then you kind of get it. But yeah, just look at the tutorial. Okay, so this is a kind of like what I just did just now, but this is an example of what was taken from the net. There are tons of examples. Just Google it, explore as much as you can. Then you'll figure it out. So, like in the just make sure the center bit is the actionable problem statement from the define stage. Okay. How's it going so far? I hope you follow what I'm saying. Yeah. Now there are rules to this, kind of like game rules. Try to not be so content with normal solutions. Be wild a little bit with the idea. Fine, it's okay to exaggerate. Concepts are like that, remember what I told you earlier about serendipity? Yeah, you can also discover things during ideation, things you never thought possible. Yeah, so try to have as many ideas as you can. So some of these basic rules is, do not conform, don't be too comfortable with what's normal or like what is acceptable. Be outrageous. You can explore, think outside the box, like try to go against the grain, things like that. Try, if it's the normal way is going right side up, then what if you tried right side down and whatever, things like that. So uncover things, okay, explore, and try to have as many choices, options as you can. Okay, many options of ideas is better than just one, right? Or 2 or 3. So that's called fluency. Okay. So I think that's basically it. Okay. So that ends the section on ideation. So thanks for paying attention, and I hope I made some sense in there. Out of all that, I hope 5% of that kind of made sense. Okay. Big challenging thing, innit? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's one reading here, but this is not from Mad Science. This is a little bit of a challenge for you, but it's up to you if you want to do it. Okay, but this is something I'm gonna read. I'm just gonna read something to you. Now this is not a real situation, but you're surrounded by zombies. They are soulless, robotically driven former people. With deadpan expressions, they commute to work like automata, sit in front of computer screens all day, then trudge home to mindlessly watch TV soaps and go online to take their consciousness offline. Wake them from their routines, snap them back to reality. What utensils would a zombie cure kit require? Do you have a cure kit for something like that? This is a little bit of side mission for you. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's up to you. So what would a zombie cure kit look like? Now you know what I'm talking about. The zombies here are not like literally the flesh-eating zombies. This zombie is more like the sit in front of the TV, that kind of zombie thing. There has got to be a cure kit, a cure kind of kit. How do you cure this zombie situation? Isn't that interesting to think about? Well, if you do have some ideas, do share. That's it from me for today. So remember, stay safe, stay creative, and remember, do not judge yourself. When it comes to the ideation section, the less judgmental you are, the better. So do not judge, okay? No ideas are dumb ideas. All ideas are ideas. Okay? One of your idea one day is going to change the world. So you never know. So you take care now. Stay positive. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.